A talk show that cuts to the truth, no matter how painful it might be, and no BS. Citizen Smith, Citizen Smith, Citizen Smith.
Here's a man who would not take it anymore. A man who stood up against the scum, the dogs, the filth. Here is someone who stood up.
It's time for Citizen Smith.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, it's the first time I've opened with good morning because this could be played in the afternoon as well. Good afternoon, too. This is Citizen Smith here at Talkcast PDX on this Friday. In studio, we have a up-and-comer rapper in Portland, Oregon. Rekka is joining me. Rekka, how are you?
I'm doing good. How's your day going?
Well, you know, it could be better.
Yeah.
No, it's good. All righty. So let's talk about rapping in Portland, Oregon. I was walking by and you were videotaping one of your latest songs, which we will play. And being a nosy guy, I walked over and asked you questions, found out you're producing for a new song and you're a rapper, and invited you on the show. I'm not too familiar with the rapping scene. Do we say rapping or do you like to say hip-hop?
Either or kind of works. And I mean, I don't even necessarily call myself a rapper.
Oh, really?
I just like everything. So, I mean, a lot of people will call me like the female Kid Rock because I'll make like reggae, I like country, I like rock, I like rap is just probably my favorite. You know, it's where I can actually express myself and, you know, have a good time and have fun doing shows and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So,
you've got an album coming out.
Well, I have a song coming out.
Okay, so you got a single coming out.
Yeah.
And it's a rapper song.
Yeah.
Rapping, you know. And but let's backtrack and say, first of all, how did you get into the music industry?
Well, honestly, I mean, I grew up listening to all sorts of music, including like rap, like a lot of like Missy Elliott and Eminem, and so I already kind of started writing it on my own in like 6th grade, but I didn't really show anybody, so I was kind of like a closet rapper. And
Born in Portland?
No, but I did live out here quite a bit. I actually live in a little spot called Dundee. It's kind of like a small winery town, but I've always I have family that lives out here. I lived out here, and so I've always kind of been around.
So how long have you been around?
My whole life. Yeah.
So you consider yourself a Portland rapper?
Yeah. I mean, where I live, I'm literally the only music artist that I know of because it's so small there.
Where is Dundee?
It's like about an hour south. It's like going towards the coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like on the other side of Sherwood and stuff.
And that's where you live?
Yeah.
So you came all the way to the city just to film that?
Oh, man, yeah.
Short,
I've driven
video.
out here, I think it's been like 6 times in 4 days. So, yeah, I'm always out here. I'm actually maybe even renting a studio next door actually soon. So maybe the driving won't be so much.
Next door to our studio?
Yeah, it was really ironic when I got here. I was like, well, would you look at that? Yeah.
Well, welcome to the neighborhood if you get here.
Yeah, I hope so.
Won't living in the city be a little more advantageous to marketing yourself and also maybe even for writing songs and meeting people, networking?
Yeah, exactly. We looked for a house out here recently. But the housing market, there was nothing on the market. So that's
nothing.
Nothing. So
when was this?
This was literally about 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, it's even gotten worse.
Yeah. And so and then, you know, I kind of enjoyed how quiet it was, you know? Like it's one of those neighborhoods that I can leave like my door unlocked, my car unlocked, and hopefully nobody knows where I live, so they don't know that now. But yeah, so I kind of liked how calm it was, you know, but I do want to at least get the studio so when I am out here creating and networking and working with people, it's not so far, you know, and then it has like a great view up there. I can like sit and write music. So yeah, I definitely need a space that's in Portland for sure.
So suburban girl comes to the big city.
Yes, exactly.
Like I was reading, they put a little trivia on the musicians. I was telling you before we did the interview on this internet, on the cable platform. When I'm working out, they have the musicians come up and they say, "Oh, this person's from here. This is their real name." And give me if I do this right. SCA. She's a rapper. No?
SCA? I don't know if I've heard that. I mean, I'm really
she,
bad at
she
names,
said
though,
she
so.
said in her bio, I'm just a small town suburban girl. You know?
Yeah?
And that's the first time I heard a rapper admit to being small town suburban,
Oh,
not
I
trying to
admit it all
pretend
the
a big
time.
city, you know, and she was pretty good. I like her. I mean, that's how I learn about what's going on in the rap world when I'm in the gym working out, watching this channel, you know, that they play them all. They give the background. Like I was telling you about Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars' real name is Peter Hernandez.
Yeah, I can't wait until it's like my information like that. People are gonna be like, "What? That's her name?"
Yeah. I'm looking up. I just there she is. SZA.
Oh,
Did I get that right,
she looks really
Callie?
familiar. SZA.
Well,
You know
well,
her?
where's
Yeah.
it? SZA?
Yeah, I'm a fan.
She looks dope. Just by looking at her, you can
She's
kinda
good.
tell
She's
that
very good. SZA. Sorry,
she's got
girl.
that
I didn't mean to.
demeanor,
I didn't mean. I mean, it just says SZA. I don't know. Who's an influence in your life from the rapping side of things?
Oh, I have so many. I'm a big fan of like female artists. I just have a lot of favorites. I think like right now I'm listening to a lot of like Ashnikko and but I've been listening to Pink again lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, almost every day. But she's always kind of been somebody I've looked up to.
I saw her in Seattle.
I want to see her live. I haven't.
4 years ago, 4 years ago, I think. What was it? 2015.
Yeah.
6 years ago. Wow,
She's
time flies.
amazing. She just that her whole style is just it resonates with me really well. I've always kind of been that like style that she has. So
You got a little pink to you, the look and
Yeah.
everything. You get the blonde dreads going on.
Yeah, I'm like a big fan of how much she includes her kid in her life too. Because
Oh
I
yeah,
have a kid.
she did that a lot in the with the pictures in the background and talking
Yeah.
about her, him before them.
Oh yeah, and she just came out with a song like during like the COVID shutdown and stuff called "Cover Me in Sunshine," and her daughter is like in the background in the hook, and then she has her own little hook at the end, and it's so cute. I look up to that because I have a kid, so
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have a 5-year-old, and so I try to get her involved really early. So I like stuff like that.
So do you have a CD that came out, like a complete CD, 10, 12 song type thing?
Yeah, I have 2. I should have brought one. I don't know why I didn't, but it seems like I'll be in the neighborhood, so I'll try to bring you some more of this. But yeah, I have an album called Hidden Gem that came out in like 2018, and then I have an EP that came out January 1st called Diamond in the Rough. And so that one's a really good project. I was really excited to finally put something out. I didn't really know if I was going to because everything kind of being shut down. But I figured I had to put something out for my listeners, so I put out that EP.
So is that mix hip hop and just alternative, regular rock or pop?
That one's mostly rap. I mean, there's like a little bit of singing in it. Because I have kind of like my own style of rap because I like to sing a little bit. So, I mean, none of my songs are ever like identical to the one before it. So that it does have like a nice variety of all the things I like for sure. But it's mostly rap.
But eventually you're going to have to define yourself whether you're a rapper or not, right?
Not necessarily.
No, we don't have to
mean,
pigeonhole you like
I
that?
mean, the only issue I see in the future is having 2 different kinds of fans and them coming to a show. That's the only thing I could
I know, but will you
picture
be
an issue.
accepted in the rapping world if you're not a full-time, 100% in rapper?
Oh yeah, because the music world is so intertwined as it is. Like, especially Portland. Like, I don't know if you know this, but there is an amazingly huge scene of music artists here, and we're basically like a diamond in the rough.
I really don't know how big it is or
It's
what's
crazy.
going on so much.
It's actually pretty insane, and there's like, but everyone's different. Like, I'm doing a compilation album with the Trailblazers DJ that he's putting out, and we were doing a listening party to it the other night, and every single artist is different, whether they're a singer, they're a rapper. It's just completely different. Like, there's some like kind of jazzy singers in there, and then there's people that are just straight rappers and like battle rappers, and then you got boom bap rappers, and then you got, like auto-tune rappers, and then so it's crazy. Like, there's so much going on in Portland. There's a lot.
Which is bigger, in the rap side of things in Portland or just regular rock and pop?
That's kind of what I'm saying is there's not really like a for sure label on it, except for people who literally are just rappers, they'll call themselves rappers. But most of the people I know, they're kind of like, they're just artists because they'll make anything. Like I have like friends that make reggae music, but they also rap, you know, or they sing, you know. So I don't really think anybody's kind of put themselves in a rap category, if that makes sense.
Well, you know, let's
But that's Portland, though, you know. It's,
eclectic.
yeah, exactly. And everyone's about it too. Like we all kind of come together, you know, to create really whatever. Like I'm working with another one of his artists that's a singer.
Your manager.
Yeah.
Callie.
Yeah. And you know, she doesn't rap at all, and I've been working with her on like a whole album.
Let's play one card that it's obvious, and I hope you don't get offended if I ask you this, but how do you feel as a white female rapper trying to enter a realm that's vastly black rappers? Right? I mean, Eminem had to overcome that.
Yeah.
It's in his movie. It's a challenge sometimes to be accepted, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, most of the time, I'm welcome with open arms. I haven't really ever found any kind of conflicting issue.
But in
pretty
Portland,
sure...
we don't exactly have a great deal of people of color.
Yeah,
you know.
But even when I was on the East Coast, you know, and stuff like that, I still put on my music. I actually shot a music video in Baltimore over the summer.
Why'd you choose Baltimore?
I was just there working,
Oh.
and so I just like to network, you know. So I just I actually found some people at like a club. And I was like, they look like they make music, you know. You can just kind of feel their vibe. So
what was it? A black?
It was
club?
a rapper. No, not at all. Actually, it's really mixed there. I mean, it's 65% black there, I think it said. But you know, it's everyone's there. But you could just tell by mostly their outfits, you know.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just black guys. There was white guys there too. But I was like, hey, you guys look like you make music, and I'm trying to find a videographer, you know. So that's how that worked out.
Did you find a videographer?
Yep. And it was awesome, you know, because you get to kind of see their style of rap, which is actually like way different than ours.
What's the difference?
I'd say it's a little more gangster rap. Well, I don't know. They have like, I don't know. You'd have to find a couple artists like from that area and then compare them to like artists in LA or something, you know, like they just have their kind of like swag and gangster. That's theirs, you know? So it's pretty cool to see that.
What about Portland style?
Portland is what I say. It's a mix.
I know, but let's just say rapping. I mean, do we have gangster style going on?
Yeah,
with
we got all of it. We got it all. You know, that's what I love about Portland too. Is it's so artistic that you know, there is people that have like their gangster rap, you know, and then there's people that have like their more humble rap. Like,
what's a humble rap?
Like I call myself a humble rapper sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm not really like, I'm pretty down to earth, you know, and I like to, you know, uplift people, you know, and I've had a lot of struggles in my life, and I'll talk about it, and how far I've come from it, if that makes sense. So like, I'm just humble when I speak, you know, unless I'm talking crap, like, because I'll definitely, like, if I'm in a bad mood, I'll write a rap song that'll like talk some crap, you know, but then I'll have my other days where it's way more laid back and it's talking about like real life stuff going on.
So how long have you been involved with, like, fully committed to the music that you're creating?
That's pretty new, because I'd say it was like 2018 when I got really involved with it, because I didn't do it for a while. When I like had my kid, I didn't mess with it at all. And then a bunch of friends told me to enter a contest, and so I did, and that's how I met my DJ, because I just posted online looking for somebody to record me. And then when we met, we just instantly got along, and we like just, you know, sparks started flying when it came to music. And then like 6 months later, I had an album done. So it was kind of just...
And this was what?
2018.
2018. So that was when you finally committed and got your first album done.
Yeah, and then it just kind of skyrocketed from there. Like people were actually liking it. And DJ Zone is my DJ, and he's like, he's one of those like connecting pieces. Like he gets along with everybody. And so as soon as I met him, I just like instantly started meeting all these amazing people that thought like I did when I wasn't used to that, you know, because I'm the only one in my city that liked making music. So I felt kind of, you know, out of place. So then once I met everyone here, it just started flowing like crazy. I started opening for a lot of cool people.
Like who?
Well, I opened for Lil White. I opened for Afro Man. I opened for 2 of the Bone Thugs members.
This was before the pandemic.
Yeah, and opened for Kasky. Opened for, I'm trying to think of who else. Paul Wall. Like, there's just a lot.
Wow, there's a lot of names. Are those all Portland?
No, I mean, those are all bigger names.
Oh, so I'm, you know, you can see where I'm at. I'm
Yeah.
not the most up to speed on the rap world.
Yeah,
but
it was getting crazy though, and like then I met the Trailblazers DJ. He started
what's
playing.
Who's the Trailblazers?
That is DJ OG1, and he is their official DJ, like in the games.
Yeah.
He'll be playing the music and everything. So he plays a major part in like the attraction of the games and stuff. And he started mentoring me a little bit and started playing my music at the games. Like literally one of the last games I went to, and he played my music, and it was like super life-changing. And then everything shut down. So
yeah, we heard that from another guy who does a show with us on cannabis, and his name's Lambo, and he said the same thing. He moved to Portland and was getting into the scene. He's a rapper, and then everything shut down. He said,
Yeah.
"No, you got to regroup but things are going to start opening up."
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling it?
Yes, I mean, I kind of let myself go for a minute, thinking things were never going to be the same. And then recently, like kind of when you saw me doing that video, it's just been in the last month, I felt the momentum coming back, if that makes sense.
How do you feel it?
It just like I feel more energy in the day where I'm like, I need to do this, I want to do this, and like I just feel ready, if that makes sense. And
So
I'm
what
like,
changed?
I don't even really know, because nothing like.
The expectation of normalcy coming back?
Yes, maybe. Yes, because nothing has actually really changed. In fact, they like shut it down again.
Yeah,
you know?
well, but it's open again
But-
today.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
shut
really?
down, yeah. She opened it again today, the governor. Woo, 25% into the restaurants. and,
Oh,
you
I
know,
can go
The movie
sit
theaters should be open.
at
the
lunch
gym.
now.
Yeah.
That'll be so nice.
I know, that's nice. How to be able to sit down, actually, not
You
have
know
to
how many
grab it and
times
walk
I've-
down the sidewalk with whatever you're eating and
Yeah,
drinking.
you know how many times I've sat in my car and ate this year?
You should do a rap song about that.
Yeah,
Come
I
on, when you
should.
come out of there, you know, how you go back to normalcy.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my car, you know, having a cigar when I had to go down the sidewalk, and now everything came back to,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, seriously though, because it has been like a problem. Like I normally don't eat in my car, so it's like a problem.
That's
to
the
me.
title. I normally don't eat in my car.
Yeah.
Hey, we got it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I love it. I should be your creative
Yeah.
manager.
You could do anything.
I think I could.
You could.
Let's hear your songs. We've been talking to Rekka a lot here, so I'm sure the audience is going to want to hear your music. So
Yeah.
we were watching you film this, shoot it, and the name of this song that's going to be coming out May 27th.
May 28th.
That was close.
You were really close.
Is called.
It's called Kid Don't Play, and it's featuring ScooterRogers and BrenBoy, including me.
And when we'll be able to see the video is going to be May 28th?
Yep. It will be May 28th. You can find it at rekkamusic.com, or any of my social media handles are at The Real Rekka, REKKA.
Yeah. So this is the uncut version.
Mm-hmm.
You said you're a humble person, but I guess we have some words in this language that might be a little offensive to some people if you're not used to uncut rap. Let's give it a listen to.
Yeah. Kid don't play, so don't play with me. I put bitches like you in the grave, homie. Stay in your lane and keep straight, homie. They be throwing me curves and I slay, homie. I've been up late, so please pray for me. I ain't slept in my bed in 3 days, homie. Carry your weight and don't change, homie. And if you with the fake shit, stay away from me. Now they wanna hate shit, I don't even know. They wanna roll up at the crib, which one they wanna go. Man, they hate the way I live and they hate the way I flow. But I be damn, motherfucker, try to tell me I ain't dope. Try to tell me I ain't this, try to tell me I ain't shit. Boy, you better bump your brakes or I'ma have to steal your bitch. I don't even like girls, I just do it to make you pissy. I don't even like girls, why you acting like a bitch? I don't even like pearls, I like dropping something quicker, man, I think I might hurl. Cause my rap is super sick, man, they acting like squirrels. In my lane, you getting hit, I said you acting like squirrels. In my lane, you getting hit. And if you wanna get it crackin', know I'm all about the action. Got the work for people asking, line it up and take a fraction. Man, he really wanted that, he better get some better traction. Man, if he ain't never flipper, then I'm probably in a passion, bitch. Don't play, so don't play with me. I put bitches like you in the grave, homie. Stay in your lane and keep straight, homie. They be throwing me curves and I slay, homie. I've been up late, so please pray for me. I ain't slept in my bed in 3 days.
give a nigga space. Walked in with my shorty, got my hand around the waist. A lot of niggas mugging, but that ain't about nothing. Tell the waitress more bottles, more ones, keep them coming now. Who you know is swaggy is this? Rock the flashiest kicks, get on the mic and drop the nastiest shit. With the classiest chick, hella ass and she thick. No surprise in my eyes, she as bad as it gets. And the flow still dope like the hash in the pith. Counting cash while we blasting the spliff. Bitch, you know that gang in the building. My niggas got the blueprint. On the couch chilling, hopping off, leaving shoe prints. Now tell them boys that I keep my shit 100 so they can keep their 2 cents. Bitch, the coupe is ruthless. Ain't gotta ask who this. Vocal Rekka and I leave you toothless.
Kid, don't play, so don't play with me. I put bitches like you in the grave, homie. Stay in your lane and keep straight, homie. They be throwing me curves and I slay, homie. I've been up late, so please pray for me. I ain't slept in my bed in 3 days, homie. Carry your weight and don't change, homie. And if you with the fake shit, stay away from me. Yeah.
Hollywood hippies ain't roster, y'all imposter. Where I'm from, dread-headed women give massages for free sometimes, and that's how we like it. We go from knocking boots to talking about enlightenment. Portland city vices, that's the life that I'm in. Trapping and stripping and talk about recycling. Fuck a 9 to 5, I'm I-5ing. High-fiving all my haters as I fly by them. See some shoes that I like and I might buy them. I got urges to splurge and I won't deny them. If your man let you go, he jiving, fine by him. But I'ma slide in and in that pussy I'm gon' dive in. Y'all break a bitch down till she voluntarily wet. She blow me, then blow me kisses just to show respect. Cover up your neck, I bet the woo won't protect ya. It's BrenBoy the Prince, I fuck with Scooter and Rekka.
Kid, don't play, so don't play with me. I put bitches like you in the grave, homie. Stay in your lane and keep straight, homie. They be throwing me curves and I slay, homie. I've been up late, so please pray for me. I ain't slept in my bed in 3 days, homie. Carry your weight and don't change, homie. And if you with the fake shit, stay away from me. Yeah.
All right.
So
Very good.
That is that song.
Yeah. I like the line, haven't slept in my bed for 3 days.
Yeah.
Well, where the hell you been sleeping?
Well, honestly, I travel a lot, and at the time that I wrote it, I was actually like touring and stuff. So it was probably more like 30.
You were touring?
Yeah, I did a little bit of touring before COVID.
Oh.
The summer before COVID. Yeah, and yeah, when I wrote that song, it was like more like probably 30 days since I got home, you know, so, but it just kind of rhymed with it. But it's definitely true.
I don't know, you could have put 30 in there too.
I know. I
Been
thought about it
30
later.
days since I've been in my own bed, homie.
Yeah, because I was like 3 days. That's kind of weak. That's not so bad. Like, I've done way more than that.
Well, we can always edit it if we want.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
That's the first listen to for our audience. For this.
Well, really, anybody. It's not
Ooh,
out.
Boy,
so,
really? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a sneak peek that not a whole lot of people get to see. So that's
I
cool.
liked it.
Yeah.
I like your deep voice when you get into the deep, a little bit.
Don't play.
Yeah. It's good. You
Yeah.
don't really hear women use the lower.
Yeah. A good one for that.
Who would be an example?
You know, it's funny. She has dreads too. She was like part of my inspiration for my dreads. But Shavaya, have you ever heard of her?
No.
Right before COVID, I almost got to open for her too.
Really?
She's a really good singer. Shavaya. It's like Zhavia.
Justin,
so,
you know her?
Good.
Justin
She's not
knows
local,
everybody. Justin's
but
very musically savvy.
she's out in LA now. But she uses this crazy deep voice, and then
like
goes really high. So it's crazy.
Can you go high?
No way. I'm like a total baritone. If I do sing, total baritone, or I can't do that.
And again, that tune that's coming out, we just listened to is...
That's Kid Don't Play.
Kid Don't Play with
Kid
Rekka.
Don't Play. Yeah.
So what is behind the lyrics here? Sometimes musicians don't like to reveal too much about what they wrote. So if you don't want to reveal...
Oh, you're fine. So with that one, it was kind of like, I'm trying to remember like my mindset when I actually wrote it, because it was so long ago. It was like before COVID and everything. It was mostly because, when you put yourself out there as like an artist, especially in like the rap scene, and especially being a female in it, you get a lot of crap. You like either people try to cause drama in your life, or, they see you winning and it angers them. So they'll like
jealousy. Yeah.
And so that's kind of where it came from, where it's like, kid don't play, but it's also being humble. Like, I work so hard, so like, I can't really like interact with people like that, because I know I work so hard and I know myself. So it's a song about that, where it's like, don't play with me. Like, I already know.
Do you feel like you're developing as an artist from like the first album you put out to this song? Like, I was listening to some of your earlier stuff because I just wanted to familiarize myself. I didn't listen to everything. I just grabbed a tune that I saw but I like this one a lot better.
Oh yeah, like
and you seem to have a little more depth.
And
by the way, I
DJ.
just like the lyrics and the rhyme. The rap is good. I mean,
Thanks.
Did you come up with the whole entire lyrics?
Yep, I write it all.
Oh, so who's the guy that's in it that you brought in?
So that the guy who's in those songs.
Yeah.
So it's ScooterRogers and BrenBoy, and
There's
both.
two?
Yeah, there's two of them.
Oh, I was listening to two different.
Yep, two
I
different
didn't
guys.
pick up on that.
Yeah. No, and they're both. What I like about this project though is like they're both artists that are in it as much as I am, because it's pretty often people will offer to pay you for a verse and they won't really be as like into it when it comes to promoting and stuff, as so it's awesome that they're on the same level as I am, because I don't have to worry about how much effort they're putting into it, and they'll share it all the time, show love. So I'm really excited about it, because there's been plenty of times I've made music with people where it didn't feel that way. You could tell they're not necessarily real and like into it. So it's awesome that they're for real, like artists, and they put in work. They represent their brand, so it's awesome.
So they're in the video too.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was watching you shoot, it was just you and the motorcycle. I think it was a motorcycle, right? You were on?
No, I was next to my car.
Oh, it was your car. Right,
Yeah.
Right, I forgot. And all right, so that video, when people want to see it, it comes out on
May 28th.
But what medium will you be able to access it?
I'm gonna put it on my website, rekkamusic.com.
So that's the only place you can get it?
No, it'll just probably be the easiest place. It'll be like, because my website's always the link in my bio, but they could find it on any like platform if they just look up at The Real Rekka.
What about Spotify?
Yeah, it'll be on Spotify. The video won't be, but the song will.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I'm on all platforms.
So when you're like a local artist, I'm curious how this works. So you're on Spotify. They pay you per play?
Yeah, and it's not a lot. It's like
2 cents?
Something like that. Yeah, it's like little.
So at your stage in your career, it's really about the touring and getting out in the clubs, and that's where you make your coin?
Yeah, selling merchandise at shows. That's the biggest thing.
Selling merchandise?
Yeah, at shows. And I mean, I've sold quite a bit, like even like online. It's just not the same. You definitely make more at shows when people can feel your energy. And a lot of people aren't making that much money right now. So that's been affecting it too.
If you can't perform.
Yeah.
It's like 70% of the game right there, especially with a new CD or single that you come out with. Are you going to have some other songs on top of this one that you compile to put together a full album? Or
no, but this one will probably just be like a single, and then I have that song with like the Trailblazers album that should be coming out in a couple months. But I think I'm just, until things are really open, I'm probably just going to only drop singles, because as I saw with like my EP that I put out, it's just too much for people at once to really appreciate it all, at least right now. It just kind of seems like when you do in big lumps, they kind of forget about it compared to one song that you can showcase.
I think we can plan on the end of June, right? Everything's going to be fully open or close to 100%. And say July, right? We can really, in the peak of the summer. What are your expectations for as a musician? Say July. Are you looking at that maybe as everything gets going for the club scene?
Honestly, I kind of gave up on really expecting it to open, because if you see like even what happened in what I think it's India, they kind of opened and they had this crazy surge, bunch of people dying.
But we're going to be over 80% in vaccine.
I hope so. Yeah, I just gave up on actually
just
trying, but what
keep yourself humble in that respect.
Yeah, so that way I don't get my hopes up, because that's kind of what happened to me last year. Is like, they're like, oh, we're gonna open in like a month, and I was like, that's fine, I can handle that, I'll hang out at home. And then when it didn't open, I was like distraught. So I think now I'm just kind of like I'm like prepping on merchandise like crazy, and I'm just like loading up on all the merchandise I could think of, and like making art and whatever.
What's the merchandise you're putting out?
A lot of clothing. Like on my website, I have like beanies, hats, shirts,
You design
sweaters.
these?
Yeah, and then
So it doesn't have your name on it. It's just a design you do.
it says my name on most of it.
All right. So
and then
it's,
like my
it's
albums.
a branding.
Yeah, and like having physical albums on hand is really important at shows. Even stickers. Like I print a bunch of stickers all the time, and just kind of getting ready for when things do open up. I can just hit up my DJ and go on tour and like have everything I need for a while. You know.
Are you going to
That's
hang
always my
around
goal.
Portland when you start hitting it again for the live performances? Or are you going to be heading around the country?
Probably anywhere that will book me, because I'll be so excited to do it again.
That's when a manager comes in. We're
Yeah.
expecting Callie to be busy in a couple of months.
Yes.
Or already.
Yeah. It will be crazy. I'm really fortunate to have the connections I do, like with my DJ and stuff. So when things do open up, I'm sure it'll get wild.
And that's when your manager earns his money.
Yep. He's earning it now, man. He's
Is
organized.
he?
Yeah,
All
because
right, it's good to hear.
I am a very, very unorganized person, and I needed him in my
yeah,
life.
well, that's what managers do.
Yeah, well, that's why I needed. Like, I kind of, especially with COVID, and I was starting to realize how unorganized
And he's a
everything
new
was.
manager.
Yeah, because this was like a new thing. I realized it like 2 months ago when I was just having like not really a mental breakdown, but just stressed out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need help.
And you
with
get the
this.
child. I mean, that just adds all the more pressure.
Oh yeah, because that overlays everything.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what I'm doing if she's there. Like she will totally.
You're not just rapping for fun, man. You're rapping to feed
Yeah.
yourselves and then keep the rent paid and.
Well, and get her involved too. So it's also like I have to focus on that. So it was really nice when I met Callie that I could be like, hey, can you do this? Because I'm running out of time in the day. So it's been really nice.
Well, that's good you recognized it.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, when I do go on tour, I'm going to need somebody to be paying attention because I'm going to be busy. So for sure.
Well, I look forward to seeing your progress and keeping an eye on your success.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going in the right direction. That single's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good start.
Yeah, and I can send you, I don't know if you've heard that new album, but I'll try to bring you physicals too. So you.
All right. And anybody listening, if they want again, they go to your website.
Yep, rekkamusic.com.
REKKA
Yep.
music.com.
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks for coming in. I like to mix it up with the kids.
Yeah, thanks for
Let know
having me.
What's going on in the music world here on Citizen Smith. Have a great weekend. Thank you again, Rekka.
You too. Thanks.
And again, have a great weekend. I will talk to you on Monday.